Today's topic of conversation is fursuits and why people necessarily don't lose intrinsic value by being a furry. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people view being a furry as this inherent negative where it gives that person lesser value. And it's like, oh, that girl's a furry. I'm not going to talk to her. She's weird. And to that I say, why is it bad? Let me give you guys an example. I slid in some DMs recently. Okay? Nothing's accomplished just yet, but I made an attempt. Okay? I got a response, another response, and we're working off of that right now. And I told my cousin, this has a good chance of working out. And he said, let me see her. And I said, she's a furry. And he's like, Humbik, what is wrong with you? Why? And I said, and to that I said, I need you to listen to me, okay? So, if you are talking to a girl, okay, wait, first and foremost, I said, why is it bad that she's a furry? Okay, keep in mind I hadn't showed him the photos yet, okay? I showed him, like, the DMs, okay? He didn't see the photos, and I'm like, she's a furry, and he's like, that's fucking weird. And I'm like, why is it bad? And his specific verbiage, that's gay. And I said, okay, where's that same energy when a girl is bisexual? And he said, that's not the same. And I'm like, why is it not the same? Because she's not dressing up like a fucking animal. Hey. Language, motherfucker. Language. So, then I ask him, can you point out what specifically is wrong with furries? And he's like, they be fucking in the suits. And I'm like, not all of them. Some of them just like to dress up like that. It's like anime cosplay. They just like to dress up like that. He's like, they don't? I'm like, they don't, bro. It's propaganda. It's fucking propaganda. And besides, let me add this. Beautiful woman, by the way. But if they're wearing a furry mask while you're in it, why does that not get the same status as the paper bag treatment, as the paper bag technique? Why does that not get the same status as the paper bag technique? Please tell me. Because to me, I think that's the same. Also, guys, I can drive with no hands. That's how it's going to sound. That's how it's going to sound. And then you're going to, arf, arf, arf. And that's not going to be her. That's going to be me. Why? Because I get way too into it when I'm in it. Okay, but yeah, getting carried away. I showed Arthur her photos. Okay? I showed Arthur her photos. And when I tell you, his words in that moment, wow. I was like, why wow? What's going on with you? Wow. Elaborate, bro, elaborate. He said, and I quote, I'm perplexed. I'm perplexed. And see, furries have this stigma that they're all ugly and weird. But think about it. Think about it, right? To be a furry, you need to make money. And if you make money, it's borderline impossible to be ugly. The only rich, ugly people are the ones that are so fucking rich they don't care about how they look. These people maintain their appearances under that suit. You feel me? So, I'll say this. There is nothing wrong with cracking a furry. Even with the suit on. Because in the end, that is realistically equivalent to the paper bag technique. And I have yet to crack this individual, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm some furry hunting demon. But the first girl I ever talked to, first woman I ever talked to in my life, I just slid in DMs when I was like 15. I was horny. And it went all right. We talked back and forth. We never linked. But it was like the first girl I ever messaged. You know, like the first girl I ever like actually like, you know, let's put it like this, showed my meat to. First girl I showed my meat to. Oh wait, no, actually. No. That was the first girl I like consistently showed my meat to. There's been individuals before that. I'm not gonna say what race. They were Mexican women. Kanye reference. Yeah, I love Mexicans. If y'all couldn't tell, I'm a Latina enthusiast. I think that Latinas were thrown off the meta, and it kind of pisses me off. This guy's breaking. Oh yeah. Away with the wipers. Okay. Anyways, wow. Holy fuck. Sometimes I forget my car's fast, and then it just reminds me, and it just makes me so fucking. Anyways, I'm a Latina enthusiast. But anyways, this was like the first white woman I talked to, and I consistently showed my meat rather than being like, hey, look at my meat, and then I'm kind of just, you know, bored, and then I stopped talking because I was childish. I loved Latinas, but I didn't know how to express it yet. Anyways, the girl I'm talking about, you know, the consistent one, she was a white woman. And I'll say this much, I am not a big fan of white women. If a white woman wants me, she has to make a very convincing argument as to why I should be with her. Because I think white people are probably the least chance of success. Because think about it, right? If you meet like a weird individual, most of the time it's a white individual. Like, the population is dominated by weird white girls. You know, and this was no exception, because she wasn't a furry yet, but she read Beastars, and I was like, whoa. But I ignored it. And then it got kind of worse, because there was a racism element. She did want to pretend I was white. And granted, you can say what you want about Armenian people, but I don't think Armenian people are white. I don't really know where we go into, but you tell me. People think I look... You know, I've been called the B slur before, the one for Mexicans. Like, it was really funny because it was about this Mexican dude who was trying to use it like in a funny way. Like, he saw me and he was like, "What's good, my hard R B slur?" And then I was like, "Dude, I'm not Mexican." He's like, "Oh shit, my bad, vato." It was funny as fuck. Anyways, yeah, she read Beastars. And the moral of the story is she became a furry after we stopped talking. And then I actually tried to slide back into the DMs, even though she was really racist to me. Because at the end of the day, it was still good. And it went alright. She had a boyfriend though. Oh, look at that. Look at my bird. But yeah, respect women that have boyfriends and crack furries.